On IMDb, Movies 8586 says The Godfather is the most overrated movie of all time. Let me just start by saying that I am 50% Italian. I have nothing against mafia movies. In fact, I have nothing against any type of movie. But to say that this is the best movie of all time is simply insane. I saw absolutely nothing special. I kind of enjoyed the performances of Al Pacino, Marlon Brando, and James Caan, but besides that, there is not one really exceptional feature in sight. And the fact that it is 1 hour too long only brought down my enjoyment. It's not the worst film of all time, but not the best either. 1 star. I'm glad this guy's not racist against any type of movie.
He said it's not the best, but it's not the worst, and gave it the worst score.
Yeah, he gave it 1 star. Like, not even like a middle of the road score. Hello, hello. I'm Rob.
And I'm Andy.
And we are the Royds, back again to talk 1972's The Godfather.
I feel like you didn't say this is the Royds Revue podcast.
Oh my God, I didn't.
Oh my God. What podcast is this?
This is the Royds Revue podcast. I totally... You know what's funny? I realized as I was doing it, I was like, something sounds weird.
Yeah, I got to it real quick where I said, and I'm Andy.
Yeah.
I was like, huh.
Uh-oh.
Who are we anymore, Robbie?
We've lost the plot.
Oh, no.
We've lost the plot. No, but we are talking The Godfather.
The Lord Daddy.
The Zod Papa.
The Deity Daddy. Got a lot of daddies.
Yeah, I see that. I see that. The Jesus Patriarch.
Nice. The Vishnu.
Oh!
Father?
The Buddha Buddy.
Nice. Well, would you say 1972 was a big year for movies?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. I haven't seen most of them.
Robbie, it's a segment that we do.
Flocking my duck.
Oh, no.
We had The Mechanic starring Charles Bronson.
Wow.
He's like, hey, I'll fix your car. Come here. I'll fix your car.
It's pretty good. How about 1776? It's the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Nope.
He was born in America.
Oh, Andy, a movie about where you're from. Fat City.
Rude.
True.
True and rude.
You weren't born in Fat City.
Trude.
Very good.
How about the Poseidon Adventure? I saw that.
Did you?
Seen that movie? Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
The Zeus Expedition.
You know what, Robbie? I don't like what you're doing. I love it.
Oh. Everything you always wanted to know about sex, but were afraid to ask?
Where does the pee-pee go?
Oh, well, that's a weird question, but starring all-around good guy Woody Allen?
Hey! How about The Last House on the Left? You ever see that?
Nope.
How about Deliverance?
Okay.
You got a pretty mouth.
Right, that was Deliverance?
Yep.
A movie that's my excuse when I get kicked out of the zoo. Butterflies are free. I was stealing butterflies from the zoo.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. How about Cabaret, starring Liza Minnelli?
I think it's pronounced cabaret.
I think that you're an uncultured fool.
Okay. That seems pretty mean.
I don't know. You told me I was from Fat Town or whatever.
Yeah, it's just a city. It's the name of a city.
All right. How about Ben?
Okay.
It's with all the rats.
How about Blackula?
Blackula came out this year.
It absolutely did.
Wow.
Godzilla versus Gigan.
Oh shit. Godzilla versus Biden.
Oh no. Hey Jack. Hey.
Godzilla's just like stomp.
Son of Blob.
Son of Blob, huh?
Yeah.
Is that what they call me? Because I'm fat, Rob. You already did the damage.
That would imply that your dad is actually fat.
That's true.
And he's not. He's in really good
He
shape,
is
actually.
in very good shape.
So you shouldn't insult your own father
Puts
like
me
that.
to
That's pretty
shame.
mean.
Yeah. How about Hitchcock's Frenzy?
I've never heard of it.
Me neither.
How about ZPG?
I never heard of that
Zachary Paul Gregory.
either. All right. I'll take your word.
I don't know.
I don't know what it is. How about Superfly?
Ooh.
It's about a fly that gets superpowers.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
How about I Am a Dancer?
Season of the Witch. More
Must
like
be the season of the witch.
more like Season of the Bitch, and it's
Whoa.
about you, Robbie. Yeah.
Deep breaths.
Go ahead, breathe, Robbie, because these are the last breaths you're ever gonna breathe.
What?
I'm gonna kill you.
Oh, no. Oh, no. How about, did I say The Candidate with Robert Redford already?
I don't think so.
How about Last of the Red Hot Lovers?
Red Hot.
It's all about Knuckles the Echidna getting fucked by Knuckles. Suckles.
All right. Well, I went to the end of my list.
The Ruling Class. More like The Ruling Ass.
Oh shit! Talk about this donk.
Nice. Shaft's big score. Show you my big shaft.
Nice. How about The Godfather?
Oh, did that come out in 1972?
That came out in 1972.
Interesting. You ever see that one?
Yeah.
Was this your first time seeing The Godfather?
No.
But you had seen it before.
Of course. A horse, of course.
I had never seen it before. This was my first time watching The Godfather. And this is my dad's favorite movie of all time.
I think this is most dad's favorite movie of all time.
It's not.
Name one dad.
Your dad.
This might be his favorite movie.
Him and I have had extensive conversations about that.
Have you?
Yeah. Yeah. His favorite movie is Deep Throat.
That's my dad. Yep.
I actually really love the opening with just the trumpet playing, and it just says The Godfather. And I love that.
Yeah.
The logo is sick.
Got a great theme.
Yeah.
Like the soundtrack.
The music in this
Score.
is awesome.
Couldn't find the word,
Yeah,
but it's score.
We got some Italian guy. He's talking about some icky stuff to the Don.
Hold up. There's Italians in this movie?
Yeah. I know. I almost turned it off. This guy's like goes, my daughter will never be beautiful again. I was like, all right, dude, that is your daughter.
Yeah, relax.
You
my
fucking
guy.
hate that woman. I do like that Corleone refuses to kill the guys who did it.
Yeah,
Because
like
that would not be justice.
Yeah, he's like a man of certain moral stand. I don't know. It's
There's
first
definitely a
note-
moral code here.
Yeah.
He definitely has a moral code.
Yeah, he's like the most not hot-headed, the least hot-headed guy.
Right. Yeah.
in the whole mob.
And I think that almost ties in because you hear throughout the movie they say, "Oh, you've gotten soft,"
Right.
and he even goes out without his bodyguards at one point.
Right. And that's when he gets capped.
So
Well, my first note for this movie is petting a cat in your lap in a tux. Bad move, dude.
Right.
You got hair all over your nice spiffy tux.
That's the 40s, baby. I mean, it was probably a wool
Yes.
tux because it was the 40s. So
That's true.
the hair probably just mixed right in.
Yeah.
I do like that the Godfather promises him justice, and then one day I will call upon you for a service. That day may never come.
Yeah. He's like, hey, maybe not, maybe though. Just.
And what I
Anyway.
loved about that is later on the service isn't anything like, he doesn't call him the guy to kill anybody.
No.
He goes, make my dead son look good.
Yeah. Look what they did to my boy.
This was one of those movies where, because I'd never seen it before, I'm now watching it and recognizing the memes. And that was the one I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
I've seen that before.
That's a classic.
Yeah.
And what's the other one? Today, the day of my daughter's wedding.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding.
Yeah.
You say, Don Corleone, give me justice.
Yeah.
He's incredible. in
He's
this.
very
Brando is in fucking incredible. in
Yeah.
this.
Top form.
Yes. I also like that he refuses to take pictures at the wedding until Michael is there.
Yes. Yeah. I like how the girl Michael is dating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Diane Keaton.
Diane Keaton. They're talking about Johnny's career, how he's like, oh, how did he get so famous? Oh, yada, yada, yada. He's like, my dad, he did a couple of things here and there. She's like, oh, what did he do?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, he fucking beat the shit out of a guy.
Well, yeah.
And then she's like, that's illegal. And it's like, yeah, we're in the fucking mob. Like,
Well,
he has to spell it out for
He
us.
says, he goes, yeah, he made him an offer he couldn't refuse. Yeah. Luca Brasi held a gun to his head
Yeah.
and said, either your brain's going to be on this contract or your signature. In fucking incredible.
And she's like, what?
Well, that's because they see Luca Brasi like practicing,
Yeah.
like saying hello to and he's so nervous. This
Yeah.
big monster of a man
Yeah.
is so nervous to talk to the Godfather. He goes, he looks like a crazy guy.
Yeah. And then everybody kisses his hand. And to that I say, gay.
I do like that Luca Brasi is just showing up to literally just thank Don Corleone for inviting him.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a very good movie.
Yes.
It's very good.
I feel like you're underselling it by saying it's very
Well,
good.
here's the thing. I fell asleep like 3 times.
That's because you started at 2 a.m.
It's not true. It's not true.
That's the only justification.
I started it at like 1 p.m. And I fell asleep like 3 or 4 times. And I kept waking up and like rewinding to where I left off, and then kept going. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. But I don't know. I feel like I've established if you're a listener and you heard the Goodfellas podcast, I said I'm not a huge mob movie guy. I just don't find this topic interesting. And but that being said, the performances are incredible. The story is very good. Everything about it's shot like incredibly. It's fucking changed everything forever. But it's just not my thing. I just don't care.
Every moment of this film is enthralling.
Enthralling?
Yes.
Even the part where the guy, during the wedding, they're like, all right, this old man's singing a cheeky song.
Oh, you mean King Charles?
And they stay on him for fucking the whole song.
I loved it. I was absolutely
Enthralled. You would use the word
enthralled.
enthralled. Enthrall this.
I was hooked. Yeah, my note is King Charles shows up to sing in Italian. It looks like he's doing something dirty. People are having a great time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Frank Sinatra shows up. I mean, Johnny Fontaine shows up
Yeah.
to sing a song.
Yeah. And all the ladies go, why?
Yeah, they're just like screaming. I was like, is the guy a fucking Beatle?
Yeah.
And it might as well be.
Yeah, I mean, does that happen anymore?
What?
People like girls screaming, pissing their pants
I'm
and stuff?
sure if if Harry Styles walks down the street,
Harold.
you're hearing that.
The classic Harold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure at Harry Styles concerts, One Direction. I mean, it's boy band shit.
That's true, yeah,
That's
yeah.
the thing. We don't recognize it because we were never even girls. So
Speak for yourself, Robbie.
okay. But so we never had that pop idol. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, we had
But
Backstreet Boys in sync.
Yeah, but we weren't the ones who were screaming.
Speak for yourself.
Okay, well, that's fine, dude. But Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, they had girls like that.
Yeah,
the girls would
for
go
sure.
crazy for that
That's
shit.
true.
Just like today, Harry Styles, the other ones from One Direction.
BTS, right?
Yeah,
No.
they go crazy for that shit. You know, it's just boy band. That's
Yeah.
all it is. It's just real boy bands.
And the Royds. Don't forget
That is-
the Royds.
that's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Ladies go wild for the boys.
Ladies love cool the Royds.
Very good. LL Cool TR.
TR, yeah. LL Cool the Royds.
Yes. I love Robert Duvall. He goes to meet with the producer, Mr. Woltz or whatever, and he's refusing to give the part to Johnny Fontaine after Fontaine sat there crying to the Godfather.
Yeah.
And he's like, be a fucking man.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good stuff.
Be a And then I also like how Woltz and Hagen were so kind to each other once they realized, oh, you work for Don Corleone?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now we can talk then.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. And I like I try not to use his name unless I absolutely have to.
Yeah. Honestly, as I was watching this, because it kind of moves from plot point to plot. It's all right, we got a problem here, and this problem's solved, and then now we got a new problem, and then this problem's. I feel like this might work better as a series than a movie. I understand what I'm saying is straight up blasphemy, but
Be older.
what does that mean?
I don't understand. I just feel like sometimes you're caught in this modern day thinking, and this is old fashioned Hollywood, baby. This is good stuff.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying
This movie is better than anything that's come out in the last 10 years. Comfortably.
I don't know, maybe. I haven't seen a lot of things.
I will say this is the best movie we've done for this podcast.
I can't say that.
What was better?
Jaws.
No.
The Fly.
No. Both great movies. Not better than The Godfather.
I think they're better than The Godfather.
That's insane.
In my book, they're better than The Godfather.
That's insane.
The Godfather is resting in the middle for me.
In the middle?
It's in the middle.
You put Shrek above The Godfather.
I mean, it's a very different movie. But would I rather, like, just sitting around, am I going to throw on The Godfather or am I going to throw on Shrek? Probably Shrek.
That's insane. That's insane.
I don't care. I don't care.
It's also because you hate Italian people. I got to remember that.
I am Italian.
Not really.
Check this out. Hey!
Very good. That was very good. I like that a lot. So since I had never seen this movie before, I didn't understand when people were calling Andrew Cuomo Fredo. And then seeing Fredo in this movie, I was like, oh, I get it. Yeah, because he's a creep.
Yeah.
And then he tried to be like, that's a slur. It's like, no, it's not.
No. Lots of burning trash cans in the streets in 1945, huh?
Yeah, that's the 40s. That's the 40s, baby.
That's the 40s. Let's bring it back.
I'm totally down.
Let's start burning trash, brother.
Well, then it would just be Philadelphia.
Oh, shit.
What? You ever see them celebrate a victory in a sport or lose a sport?
Yeah, they just kill each other.
Yeah.
And everyone around them.
I always root against Philadelphia teams because they have to grease the light poles.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what?
Like, guys, relax.
If you can't be adults about winning or losing a sport,
Honestly.
I don't want you to win.
I agree.
I don't even want you to be there.
I'm egregious.
Asshole.
Yeah.
I love that Corleone's like, I don't want drugs. This is like, the politicians will no longer be in my pocket if we bring drugs onto the fucking streets.
Yeah.
And then I like that they reached the agreement that, like, fine, not near kids, like, not near schools.
Right. Now, do you think that if Vito, if he didn't drop dead, do you think he would have carried out the mass execution that Mike did?
No.
Okay.
No, I do not.
Me neither. I like how Mike, I think that's Al Pacino's the best part of this movie because he's like, he starts off and he's like, I'm not really in the biz. I'm not really here for that. And then he becomes an absolute monster.
Well, yeah.
And I like that about this. I think this is, like, as far as mob movies go, like I said, I'm not a fan of mob movies. This is a cut above. This is the best one. This is way better than Goodfellas. Just because Goodfellas, like I said, I don't give a shit about any of that. And then at the end, like, it's just like, hey, being in the mob's pretty cool until it's not. Uh-oh. This is different because it's a study of this dude going from like, hey, yeah, I do my own thing. I kind of have my own legacy going. I'm a war hero. And then, like, he gets put in a spot, and he's like, all right, here I go.
Yeah.
Now it's me.
I like the fact that, like, he's getting revenge for his dad. Like, that's what gets him into it.
Yeah.
Is revenge for someone trying to shoot his father.
Right. And at that point, he's like, it's all for the family. Everything I do, everything is for the family. Also, I think this is Al Pacino's most subdued and real performance. Because, like, usually when you think Al Pacino, you just think, like, a screaming madman. And he's really good at
snitch!
Yeah, he's great at that. But in this movie, he's very calm, very collected the whole time. Until, like, the very end where she's like, did you do it? And he's like, I told you not to.
That's incredible. That scene is so good.
But yes, it's incredible. And he snaps for a second, and then he's like right back. And he's like, go ahead, ask me. Yeah. And I love how he's like, all right, I'll let you ask me. Ask me.
You can ask me this once. You can ask me about my business this once.
And she does it, and he just straight up, no, I didn't do that.
No. And she goes, okay. And then as the guy closes the door and she sees them all kissing his ring.
And then she's like, uh-oh. But let me ask you a question. This might belong in questions. Okay. It's my one question that I prepared for our famous segment, questions, but I'm asking it now. What the fuck did you think, lady?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, I'll take his word. And then, those boys are sure are kissing his hand. That's what they did to his father, the Don. Wait a minute. Come on, Diane Keaton.
Well, I love that scene when Michael, he realizes he becomes part of the family because he says to his father in the hospital, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah, and then he cries.
Yeah, and his dad's
That
crying.
was great. That was great because I think he's crying because he didn't want Mike in the business.
He is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he says that because he said
Yeah.
they talk about it very briefly how like he was a war hero.
Right.
Michael Corleone.
He was like the pride.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
went and fought in World War II.
Yeah.
He didn't want this, and now like I think he's seeing Sonny is a loose cannon.
Yeah.
You know, he knows he's not going to give the business to Fredo.
Right. Because he's a loser.
Yeah. So like when Michael Corleone is like, no, you know what? Like this is
I
my
have
family.
to do it because nobody else is going to do it.
Yeah. If I don't do it, my family will collapse.
Yeah. And then he does it, and he's ruthless, and it's great. Again, this is a great movie. Don't let what I'm saying, just because it's not in my top epsilon.
Sure.
Espelon.
Yep. That's it.
Epsilon. It's not up there for me, but that's just because I don't like this genre. But this is a great movie, and the transformation of Mike. And Al Pacino just fucking crushing it. It's so good. It's so good.
I genuinely think everyone in this movie just crushes.
I agree. 1,000 billions.
I love right after that when he takes Enzo the baker and he goes, just put your hand in your pocket.
Yeah.
He goes, just
that scene is fucking so good with
Yeah.
the you're talking about when they go out to eat, right?
No. When they're right after he gets to the hospital and he says, I'm with you.
Oh,
Pop.
that, yes.
And then like he knows the guys are coming to kill his dad.
Yeah.
So to make it look like they're both security guards, he
Yeah,
makes the baker sit there with his hand in his pocket like he has a gun.
That's good stuff. And then they drive away.
Yeah,
that
and
was
like
good.
that's the thing. This movie is so intense because
Yes.
like even when nothing's happening, I'm feeling tense.
Yeah. When they go to the restaurant and he gets the gun in the bathroom, like the score is just like swelling strings.
Yes.
And you see in his face, he's like, fuck.
Because he's struggling to get the gun at
Yeah.
first.
And then like when he does it, he just stands there, he pops them both in the face, and then he like runs out and he forgets to drop the gun.
Yes.
And then he just drops the gun and he's just like frazzled. So good.
Yeah.
So good.
And
Really,
then-
really good.
And then off to Sicily, and that's really where he becomes.
Yeah.
Now that's where it starts because he falls in love with this woman immediately.
Immediately. And then she's immediately killed.
Yeah, that stunned me. I had no idea that happened.
Yeah, I liked because that guy double-crossed him. He's like, hey, go do whatever. And then he's like, why are you over here? And then he sees her in the car. He's like, don't do it.
Yeah. Oh man, that was fucking brutal. But we did see her titties.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
A toast to titties, everybody.
Toaster to titties.
It's gonna burn
Just
them.
hold up a toaster. And I clink your glass with my toaster.
I do like that they tell Michael when he's shooting those two guys, like, make sure 2 shots
Yeah,
in
two
the
shots
head
in the head.
each.
Double tap. Yeah.
Love it. Love
Yeah.
it. Because they're like, no, make sure McCluskey's
Yeah.
dead and the other guy.
I don't think he
Sorazo.
does. He does shoot them both
He
twice.
shoots a guy in the throat. He shoots the
Yeah,
officer
he shoots
in
him
the
in
throat.
the throat, and he shoots the other guy right in the head, in the
Yeah.
noggin. But he doesn't double tap him like he was told.
Either way, they're both dead.
Oh, they're dead as fuck.
They are D dead.
What about James Caan's death scene?
Incredible.
It's good stuff. Good stuff.
That scene's so good. All the shit with Carlo is awesome.
Yeah.
So like, James Caan shows up and Sonny, he beats the shit out of Carlo for hitting his wife. And the story behind it, we talked about this off the podcast, is that like apparently that dude actually hit her, and James Caan was like, I'm gonna fuck you up. And he did. He just fucked him up.
And it's going to be in one of the most renowned movies of all
Yeah.
time. People are going to watch this for generations.
Yeah. People are literally gonna talk about me kicking your
Yeah.
ass for centuries.
Yeah.
For decades to come.
Also, to backtrack, in the beginning, when at the wedding, he knocks that camera guy's camera on the floor.
Yeah.
And then he just tosses money at him. Like, go buy yourself a new camera, you asshole. But, like, apparently that was not scripted, and he just, like, did that on the fly. And that's why the cameraman's reaction in that
so
moment.
genuine?
Yeah, he's like, what the fuck?
James Caan's so good at it.
Yeah,
Noted
he's very
Italian. James Caan.
Yep, classic Italian.
But
He's also the dad in Elf. Which movie's better, you think?
I've never seen Elf, so.
Fool! You're a fool, Robbie.
Well, okay. I'm not going to say Elf is bad. I will not let you tell me that Elf is a better movie than this.
I agree. I agree.
I was like, I know Elf is beloved, and I'm not going to shit on it.
Elf is a good time.
But I'm not going to sit here comparing Elf and
you should.
The Godfather.
You shouldn't.
Oh yeah, but what I was saying is, and then Carlo basically sets up Sonny to be killed at that toll booth. And it's incredible, but you know what's funny? It reminded me of that scene in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, because remember when the guy goes down to tie his shoes?
Yeah.
And then everyone shoots him? This guy drops the coin,
he's like,
and
"Oh, I
Sonny
gotta get
looks
it."
annoyed. He's like, oh, fuck. And then he realizes, like,
Yeah, he's
well,
like, oh, I'm dead.
yeah.
I have a note for that part. I say, do you think Sonny's okay?
Nope.
He gets shot 1 billion times.
Yeah. He's lit up.
Not one in the face, though.
No, that dude is...
They couldn't afford it.
That dude is Swiss cheese.
Couldn't afford, like, I don't think they had a good, like, what do they call it, a squib or whatever?
Yeah. A face squib is tough to do.
Yeah.
Because that means you have to plant something on their face.
And it also explodes, like, for real.
Yeah.
So that would probably...
Apparently they're not comfortable when they go
No,
off.
they, like, hurt.
Yeah.
It's like getting punched. But, yeah, great stuff.
Now, have you ever read the book The Godfather?
No.
Okay, so there is a book. This is based on a book.
Of course.
Written by the same guy who wrote the screenplay, Mario Puzo.
Of course.
Do you know what other famous movie?
No.
Superman.
Really?
Yeah, he wrote Superman.
Like the Christopher Reeves one?
Oh. So,
cool.
Apparently, remember the scene in the horse head? With the horse head?
Yeah.
Do you know why they did something so brutal to that guy in the book?
No.
Because he was a pedophile.
Huh.
And, like, they could apparently have got him to give Johnny Fontaine the role in a different way. But because this guy was a fucking creep and a pedophile, they were like, no, let's make this even more traumatic for this guy. Let's kill his, like, prized horse, too.
Yeah, he said, like, $600,000 or some shit.
But it's like, I do love the attitude of, like, hey, you know what, this guy's a fucking pedophile, so...
Yeah, let's put a horse's head in his bed.
Yeah, works for me.
Yeah.
Works for me. But that was another one of those things where I've seen all the parodies now a million times before I saw this.
Yeah.
So I'm like, they're ripping off The Simpsons.
Simpsons did it. The montage of death that happens during the baptism is chef's kiss.
I love it.
Really, really good.
Oh, my God. As they're reading off the prayer,
So
and he's
good.
sitting there.
And he's like, I do, or I will, whatever it is. Yeah, it's good stuff.
And it's awesome because, like, that's the name there, The Godfather. And I'm saying what everyone knows. But, like, he's getting this as he's as he's having all these fucking people killed.
And that's that classic, like, weird, you know, a lot of these mobsters, they're very religious people and they're very by the book. It's like, yeah, but it's very contradictory. And I understand that that's what makes it interesting. But, like, in real life, these are bad people. Like, I'm not saying that's why I don't like the movie. I'm interested. I mean, I'm largely disinterested in mob things. But, like, when people look up to these figures in real life, I'm always like, shut up.
See, it's objectively an incredibly interesting thing to read about, and to watch about. But it's the lifestyle I could never get into because I'm scared of guns.
I'm scared of. I would not like the fact
Italians.
that, like, if I can't go out without a bodyguard, I could be killed. Like, no.
Well, that's just being a celebrity, though.
Sure. I don't think that's my life. I mean, the life I want, rather. And it's also like, what if one day, oh shit, the FBI, you know, yada yada. There's more Goodfellas,
well,
but like,
Andy, they can come after a former president. They can come after
Robbie. I do have all these documents in my toilet.
Andy, no.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying, I know that I prefaced, you know, I'm largely disinterested, but this is a very good movie. I just wouldn't watch it again anytime soon because it's 3 hours long, and I'm just largely disinterested.
I'm planning on watching it again soon because of how much I enjoyed this.
Okay.
I legitimately was like, within 20 minutes of watching it, and we're just in the wedding, I'm going, oh, I get it. And like, even at one point, I told Laura, I said, we're just watching this family's home movies now, and I don't want to watch anything else.
Yeah, I liked the wedding scene. I like the scenes like at the table where, like, hey, we don't talk business at the table.
Yeah. And they're very reserved with the N-word. You just get one.
Really, I didn't even catch it.
Yeah, he uses it at the dinner table. And I was like, okay, so we're not in Scorsese or Tarantino territory.
Right. Well, it's also, that's just
but you know what?
Old Italian.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if you're making a movie that takes place in 1945 and you only throw out one N-word, that's pretty reserved.
Yeah, it is.
You know, a lot of directors take that as permission to just fucking throw it out there.
That's true. Also, there is that one dude at the big mob meeting who just stands up and says some obscene shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then he sits down and everybody's like nodding their heads like, he's right. Like, uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's Italians. You know what I'm saying?
Boy.
But I like that scene. I like how when Sonny is killed and they go back to Don Corleone, he's like, I need a meeting with all the big boys.
There was no vengeance.
Yeah, no vengeance. We gotta put an end to this. It's senseless violence.
Yeah. But I also think he knows, like, Sonny was off the rails.
He was. Yeah.
And he was like, you know what? Unfortunately, this is probably for the best.
Right. And with a lot of mob movies, I always make the comparison in my head is like, it's very childish in a way because, like, okay, a mobster will get murdered, and then their next step is like, all right, well, let's murder them back, and then they murder them back, and then retaliation. It's like when you see on the playground, like these kids, you know, like one kid will push, the other kid will push back, and then you got a fight. But the cycle of violence would just end if you got pushed and you were like, hey, don't do that.
Yeah.
And like, so it just reminds me of my fucking second grade class.
Well,
like,
it shows
guys.
how level-headed he is.
Right. He's the best Don.
Yeah, and his
I
whole
understand.
thing is like, this war needs to end. We can't just be sitting there killing each other on the streets.
It shouldn't be war. It should be we're all working together.
Yeah.
And like, yeah.
Because they have their different territories.
Right.
You know, they reach that agreement regarding the drugs, or at least we think they do until they try to turn on them.
Yeah. And I like how he calls it. He's like, they're going to try and get you. They're going to get you in a meeting.
Yes.
With somebody you trust. And I love how he just catches them. Like, they're like, hey, he canceled. He's like, that ruins my whole day. And they're like, why don't you come with us? He's like, tell him I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He just accepts it.
Yeah.
He's
Abe
like,
Vigoda. He's good in this.
Yeah.
What do you think's better, this or Good Burger? 2 Abe Vigoda films.
I'm going to go with Elf.
Fuck.
I'm going to go with Shrek. Whatever pisses you off more is what I'm going to go with.
When we wind up in Vegas, I had totally forgotten about Fredo by this point.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he's just there with Johnny Fontaine. I was like, oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And he's like, hey, you can't talk to that guy like that. And he's like, you can't fucking talk to the family like that.
Yeah.
My guy, did you forget?
Yeah.
That was good.
But I always goes, get rid of the girls.
Yeah.
He's like,
I'm not here for a party.
Yeah. This is business.
That's
I was
good
like,
stuff.
What the hell? He's like, this is business.
Yeah. He's like, I love you, you're my family. But if you ever go against the family again, I'll kiss you on the mouth.
Oh,
like,
boy,
what?
that's not what he
You're
said.
like, Al Pacino's ad-libbing here.
But it ties back into later on when Michael is talking to Sonny, and he's like, basically like, I know, or talking to Carlo rather, and he's like, I know you're to blame for Sonny's death.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to kill you, but you're out of the family.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm going to put you on a plane to Vegas.
Yeah.
And then the
then he
guy
kills
behind him can
Yeah.
compensate, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Hey, Carlo. And he just fucking, and his foot goes through the windshield.
Yeah.
That scene was
Damn.
so good.
Yeah.
Such a good death there.
Yeah.
And then when Connie's flipping out, and Kate's like, did you kill him? No.
Yeah. No.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Because it's just
Like-
hysterical. It's like, he did just have her fucking husband killed.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. And like, sure, was he a bad dude? Was he a bad husband? Sure.
But like, you got to wait till she gives you the word to do that.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you. I think murdering him is out of line. It's out of line.
Like, listen, you want to beat the fuck out of him?
Sure.
Do it. Do it.
Yep.
But until she gives you the go to kill, you can't kill him.
No.
You can't.
But he's a guy. He's a man about vengeance.
Yeah.
In that, because like everything else was like you could write that off as business. Right. But him killing, what was his name? Carlo,
yeah.
Him killing Carlo is showing you, okay, this man is transformed. He is no longer just doing this for business. It is for vengeance, and he is now like a monster.
Right.
And it's great. It's great stuff.
I think it's also like not necessarily a monster, but it's like, listen, you hurt my family,
Right.
and like you don't stand a chance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I don't think he would necessarily just kill anyone. Like, if you attack someone he was friendly with, I don't think he kills you. But his sister,
Yeah.
you hit his sister, and then you had his. And that's also like this guy had his brother killed.
Right.
Like he tipped off the other family that
Yeah.
Sonny was going to be coming. So it's like, oh yeah, he knows it. Like this guy deserves to fucking die at this point because at that point you're tipping off other families.
Right.
And when that's happening, now you're really a risk.
Now, who do you think is more about family? Michael or Dom Toretto?
I'm going to have to say Toretto because there's 10 movies now about how much he loves family.
That's true.
And there's only 3 Godfather
Who do you think would win in a family fight?
Oh, Corleone.
Yeah, probably.
I don't think it'd be much.
Although Dom Toretto nowadays is pretty much fucking invincible.
He'd show up riding a dinosaur.
Yeah. For family.
For family, man. Oh, man.
Real quick, thank you so much for listening. If you want to send us some feedback, send us an email at roydsrevue@gmail.com. That's ROYDSREVUE@gmail.com.
You could also find our music on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you get your music by searching The Royds. That's ROYDS. We have 2 albums and a Christmas song. Hope you like it.
I thought this movie was really fucking.
What would you give it out of 11-teen?
11-teen.
Wow, it's not even a number, Rob.
Yeah,
you sound
well,
like an idiot.
Yeah, maybe I do. Maybe I fucking do. I do not care.
Okay, I would put this at a 7.5.
You know, we do Letterboxd.
Do
Wait,
we?
Did you just say 7.5?
I said 7.5, yeah.
Out of 7.5, right?
No, out of 10. Dude's pissed. Dude's pissed. I don't find these movies interesting.
Okay, that's fine. That is fine. But I said I didn't like The Lighthouse, and I still give it an 8.
All right, that's your score.
You're being ignored on the Letterboxd thing. I'm not even listening to you now.
All right,
I'm
fine.
just putting a 5 stars because I'm not giving Batman 89 5 stars and then not giving The Godfather 5 stars.
Listen, I was more entertained with Batman.
I am absolutely losing my shit right now. I cannot believe it.
It's a good movie. It's nowhere near the best movie of all time in my book.
Listen, you don't have to say it's the best movie of all time because The Godfather Part 2 is next week. And a lot of people consider that better.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen The Godfather Part 2. I don't remember, though. I know we get Bobby De Niro, right?
Yeah, as young Vito Corleone.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the official Royds rating of this is 5 stars on Letterboxd.
All right, sure.
That's
How about
fine.
all right, 7.6. I'm a rascal. Well, do you have any questions? Yo, I don't own a horse though, so it's not.
All right, well,
It's just gonna be like, fuck, I gotta clean this up.
you're going to wake up with a horse dick in your head. I have 2
I
questions.
already have a horse dick in my bed. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, your wife is home.
Yeah, she is.
All right, I got 2 questions.
Okay,
What about you?
I kind of already asked mine.
That's right, because this movie was so perfectly written.
I'll give you that. It's very well written. Yeah.
Except for why is Michael's black eye sometimes there in Sicily?
Yeah, the timeline was kind of weird.
I at first was thinking like, wait, is this not shot in order? And it was like, or
Yeah.
like it is supposed to look chronological, but it was like his black eye was uneven in Sicily.
Yeah, and like they said, like, oh, you got to go away for like at least a year.
Yeah.
And like he goes away, and then when he comes back, Diane Keaton's like, "How long have you been back?" And he's like, "A year." And I
Well,
was like,
there were a lot of time jumps because like all of a sudden they have kids.
yeah, but like that wasn't made very clear, especially the Sicily thing.
Yeah,
So,
there are time jumps that don't make clear, but it takes place between 1945 and 1955.
10 years, really? Wow.
That's why at the end of the movie, Vito Corleone looks so old.
Yeah,
You know,
that makes sense.
Which I actually like his death too. I think it's very fitting that it's like a very low key, like he
yeah,
died
he's like playing with the
grandson.
kid. Yeah,
He died really being happy, which is pretty awesome.
yeah, good for him. Even though he's a criminal, but whatever. Whatever.
So let me ask you a question then, Andy.
Yeah.
This is not my second question.
Okay.
So if a poor person steals a loaf of bread to feed their
It's
family,
very different.
but no, they're a criminal.
It's very
Yeah,
different.
Yeah. Wow, Andy. Wow.
Very different.
So
This is organized crime.
it's the best kind of crime.
I don't feel bad for them. That's it.
I'm pro mob.
You did that in the last one too, in Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Didn't really understand it, but that's whatever. Whatever.
So when Michael comes back and he's talking to Kay, what happens to that group of children that Kay is walking with who just seem to disappear? And then Kay just gets into the car with Michael.
Who's Kay?
Diane Keaton.
Oh, yeah. She's
like
a teacher.
Yeah, she's like walking a group of students. He shows up. They talk for a minute and get in the car. I'm like, what? Did you just leave those kids?
Yeah, she's like, nah, you know how to get home, right?
You'll find your way. It's the fucking 40s.
Tapes $1 bill of their shirts. God, go buy some gum.
Those are my 2 questions.
Well, those were great questions, Robbie. Great job.
I do have some trivia.
Trivia?
I have potentially as much as 6 trivia.
Gee, Baloo. I got 4.
Okay, I'll go first.
Do it.
Fill in the blank.
Do it.
Nice. Fill in the blank. This is the scene when the dude is asking Don Corleone to kill those guys at the very beginning.
Okay.
She couldn't even blank because of the pain. Weep, cry, scream, sleep. She couldn't even blank because of the pain.
Weep.
It is weep, yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay. What famous actor begged Francis Ford Coppola for the role of Vito Corleone? Was it Jimmy Stewart?
That would have been incredible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah. Andy Griffith,
Hey.
Orson Welles, or Robert Shaw?
I'm going to go Orson Welles.
That is correct.
Yeah, I don't know why. That was the one I
Apparently, Francis Ford Coppola was a huge Orson Welles fan, but he was like, I already got Marlon Brando in mind. I'm sorry, brother.
and Brando was incredible.
Yes.
How long was the sentence the boys got for beating the man at the beginning's daughter? The man's daughter at the beginning. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Was it 1 year suspended, 2 years suspended, 3 years suspended, or 4 years suspended?
2 years.
It was 3 years suspended.
Dern. Laura Dern.
Nice.
Yeah. Which famous director thought that this could be the greatest movie ever made? Was it Stanley Kubrick, Steven Spielberg, Alfred Hitchcock, or Francis Ford Coppola himself?
Part of me really thinks it's Coppola, but I'm going to go Spielberg.
No, it was Stanley Kubrick.
Okay.
It's a brick that was perfectly, made into a cube brick.
Very good.
Thank you.
Okay. During the fruit scene, when Vito Corleone is shot, there's a poster for a boxing match in the background.
Damn, that's trivia.
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
Jake LaMotta versus Tommy Jones, Tommy White, Tommy Bell, Tommy Boone.
Tommy Boone.
No.
Tommy White.
No.
Tommy Bell.
It is Tommy Bell.
I
Yeah.
did it on the first try.
Very good.
You can do some editing.
Well,
All right.
it's good because I made up the 3 fake choices on the spot. I didn't
Wow.
remember them after I said it. So if you asked me to repeat them, I would have said 3 different ones and then the
Nice.
correct one again.
All right, which 2 actors had to wear lifts in their shoes during the filming of this movie? Al Pacino, James Caan, Marlon Brando, or Robert Duvall?
Pacino?
No.
Really?
Yeah, there's 2 of them.
Yeah, I know. But one of them, I was just convinced it was Pacino. Duvall?
No.
And the other 2.
The other 2 was James Caan and Marlon Brando. Would not think that.
Me neither.
Also, Robert Duvall is very good in this.
Yes.
I feel like we failed to
Everyone's
mention that.
excellent.
Yes, but
Let's just blanket that.
yeah, it's true.
How many mattresses does Clemenza tell Paulie to buy? 18, 19, 20, or 21?
20.
No.
1.
Oh.
19.
No.
The last
It's
one.
18. Yeah.
Shit!
Oh, more.
Who auditioned for this movie but did not get it? Patrick Swayze, Sylvester Stallone, Robert De Niro, or Danny DeVito?
De Niro.
No.
Stallone.
Yes.
De Niro's in the next one.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. I was like, maybe he auditioned in the... Oh.
Yeah. That's it for me.
Ooh, I got 2 more.
Let's hear him.
The newspaper that says Vito Corleone is coming home has an index. Women's News is on what page? 15, 56, 73, or 24?
73.
Nope.
I don't remember any of the other ones.
15, 56, or 24?
56.
Nope.
24.
Yes.
Nailed it again.
While we're in Sicily, the Sicilian guys reference 2 actors to the army men. All right? 1 male, 1 female. The female is Rita Hayworth. Who is the male? I don't have fake answers.
I have no idea.
Okay, so let me give you fake answers then.
Okay.
All right, so the female is Rita Hayworth.
All right.
is the male? Jimmy Stewart,
Okay.
Clark Gable,
Okay.
Frank Sinatra, or Robert Redford?
Clark Gable.
It is Clark Gable. It is, yeah.
Yeah. Nailed it.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. Always do, never don't. That's what I always say.
Excellent. I have a song
Whoa!
about the Godfather.
I have a song about the Lord Daddy.
Very good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because we're in person for this one,
Oh, don't worry about it, Robbie.
I don't have a pick to
Ah,
flip.
shit, I left my wallet upstairs.
All right, so
Never
you know what
mind.
I'm going to flip?
I'm one of those guys who carries a pick around in his wallet.
So do I, but I don't know why. I'm going to flip this lighter that I have next to
Okay,
me.
here we go.
So this is going to be heads. Oh, my God. This is going to be heads. This is going to be tails, all right?
Okay.
You're going to call it in the air.
All right. Heads.
It's heads.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right, you want to go first?
What kind of song you got?
I tried to do something in the style of Johnny Fontaine, and it did not turn out as I wanted it to.
Okay, I'll go first then.
Okay, so why don't you tell us a little bit about your song?
My song is called For the Family. And rock and roll. I won't get involved. That's them and it's not me. I have my own legacy. My father is a very powerful man. Give them an offer that they can't refuse. For the family, for the family, for the family, for the family. If I don't kill them first, they'll kill my dad. Time for me to prove my worth. This is forever. I'll never be safe again. I'm gonna get back and then they'll see. For the family, for the family, for the family, for the family. Once he dies, I'll go scorched earth. This family means more than anything. Kill all those who oppose or try to get in my way. I won't ever live in fear again. Yeah, I went like full
Full rock and roll.
early Iron Maiden on that one.
I liked it.
You know,
The guitar in that was really cool.
thank you.
I'm skipping.
That's cool.
Reset.
Yeah, just about how the transformation of Michael and how he's like, yeah, my dad died, so I'm just gonna kill everybody. You
That's
know?
fair.
Yeah, and
I really like
no,
it.
thank you.
Gets my blood pumping. Gonna go for a run while listening to it.
All right, I mean it's only like 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's about as long as I can run for.
Okay,
I'm a fat, out of shape piece of shit, so
yo, same.
that's how
We have a podcast. We're
Yeah.
white guys with a podcast,
Exactly.
so we have to.
What-
Yeah.
What do you think we're gonna be? A couple of jacked boys? No.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Well,
The only thing I'm jacked on is fruit drinks.
yeah, the only thing I'm jacked on is jacked off.
Nice. Fucking sick.
Hey,
Nice.
hey, you know what I'm saying? Oh, he's Tim Allen.
Yeah.
All right. You mentioned off the air.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mentioned it because I was thinking of my song. So are you done talking about your song?
Yeah, I'm done.
You done with your fucking shit?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah, there's nicer ways to say things.
Yeah,
but
there are. But, you know, sometimes when you tell people to go fuck themselves the right way, they actually will. So...
I'm making a sad face.
So I think one of the best parts of this movie, and we didn't even talk about it before, was when she goes, but senators and presidents don't kill people. And he
Yeah.
goes, okay.
He goes, come on.
Who's being naive?
Yeah.
And I thought of that song because that's basically the bridge for my song. Isn't that crazy how I worked that in there? My song's called I'm With You.
Wow.
I'm with you.
With me?
And I tried to do like a Johnny Fontaine thing, and it turned into very loungy. And excuse the piano at the beginning because I meant to redo it. I ran out of time.
Robbie.
So here it is. My song's called I'm With You.
Time to think. Fall in love in Sicily. Take up the business of the family. I lost a brother, I lost a wife. I fell in love with this kind of life. Leave the gun, take the cannoli. What have I done to make you disrespect me? On this contract, there'll be blood or ink. I don't believe you'll need time to think. Hey, who's being naive? Okay. Who's being naive? I got the politicians in my pocket. I'm more deadly than the atomic rocket. You ain't got nothing if you ain't got power. I'll be the man of the hour. Oh, yeah. We'll make you an offer that you can't Look how they massacred my boy.
So that's my song called I'm With You.
Was that Italian you were speaking?
Yeah. Yeah. Or the guns. I was either
okay.
speaking Italian or there was either gunshots going
Yeah.
off.
I like it.
Thanks.
I like it.
Yeah, I gotta bring. I think I gotta bring the horns up a little bit in the back there.
All right.
But yeah, that kind of devolved.
Yeah, I mean, it's good stuff.
Thanks.
Good stuff.
Thanks. Yeah, full disclosure to all our listeners, I had been drinking when I recorded the vocals there. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's what that devolved into. But I had a fun time doing it.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Thanks. Also the piano, I also meant to redo that at the beginning and I didn't. And now there's just a bunch of me unevenly falling down on the keys.
No.
So yeah, I'm gonna leave
jazz, baby.
Jazz all over my stomach.
Oh my gosh. Jesus Christ.
Hey, when you're with me, it's jazz all over your stomach. Before I even get it in, how premature I am.
Wow. That's wow. That's just a wow.
Yeah, I could barely get that out.
That's
I could barely get it out, just like I could never get it in.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, what are we doing next week, Robbie?
Oh, Francis Ford Coppola August continues with The Godfather Part 2.
The Lord Daddy.
Yeah, the French version. Part 2.
Our dicks.
You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding.
You come to me with a baguette.
Oh,
That's
I
really
cannot wait to eat this crispy croissant.
It's a frog's legs.
Oh, escargot.
Other French thing.
Tu es un cheval?
Yep.
Parlez-vous le français?
No. You asked me if I speak French, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, but yeah, we're doing The Godfather Part 2. Hey, we should record 2 podcasts in a day.
Yeah, no. We did this during our hot and fresh episode of Indiana Jones 5. You should check that bad boy out.
Nice.
Pretty
Yeah,
good radio
a
voice,
few
right?
weeks ago. All right. Fuck yeah, we're doing Godfather Part 2 next week. Here is our socials. TikTok at the Royds, and then everything else the Royds band.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah. You can also just look below in the description to what you're listening on and see all our socials.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. You go to Spotify, you go to Apple Music, you go to fucking Deezer.
You can go to Deezer?
Hell yeah. Yeah, you do all that. You search the Royds. That's the R-O-Y-D-S. And you get 2 albums and a Christmas song, and you're gonna nut.
You're gonna cash you.
You're gonna macadamia.
Ooh, yeah.
Then you go to theroyds.bandcamp.com and you can listen to all of the podcast songs that have ever been for this podcast. And that's pretty cool.
TheRoyds.bandcamp. No, it's Bandcamp.
No, it's Bandcamp.
It's
Royds.bandcamp.com. And yeah, thank you for listening. Leave a 5-star review on all that stuff, and tell your friends. We really appreciate all your listening.
Send us an email. Did we do this? I didn't say the email.
Oh, no, you didn't.
roydsreview@gmail.com.
Send that shit. Send that shit right now.
Yeah,
Is that what you're doing?
Send us an email. Don't send shit.
Yeah, send an email with a picture of your shit. Don't do that. I don't want to see your shit. Well, next week we got the Godfather Part 2.
And then after that, it's the good one that everyone loves.
Yep. Everyone's favorite movie.
I've never seen any of them, so
I'll bet it's not.
I bet it's not nearly as bad as people say.
Yeah. Like, as we've kind of been going through certain franchises, like even in Indiana Jones, like the one everybody hated, like I didn't really hate it.
I did.
It was all right. I'm just finding like like a good amount of time does a lot of these movies pretty well.
Okay, that's fair.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, that being said, see you next week.
Bye, everybody.